Hello, welcome to my garden here in Denmark. It's located in Zone 7, one of the colder parts of Denmark. In one of my earlier videos I claimed that this was Zone 6, but it's more likely Zone 7. We don't use USDA zones here in Europe usually, so hence my confusion. Let's continue the video. And it's the 17th of October. As the munch, still going strong with the lupin in front of it. This is supposed to be lupin salmon star from West Country, from the West Country series. And I think it is, luckily, because the first time I got lupins from this vendor and purchased what was supposed to be salmon star, they were white. I was quite disappointed in them. But this time it seems that I've gotten the right variety. Also, it wasn't that I didn't really like the white ones. It's just that I didn't want a white lupin in that position. Yeah, let's continue along. The rudbeckia with the rose in front of it. We've not had any frost here yet. The news actually said that we would have frost here for around a month ago in the middle of September. But it turned out they were wrong, at least for my region. I have a friend that lives close by and they had frost. So I was lucky. Reason why I'm saying I was lucky is that quite a few of my plants here, for example geranium roseanne, it will just turn to mush once the frost hits. At least if it's a bad frost, then it will turn into, a mush. Don't know the real English word for that. This is the witch hazel. Really pretty leaf here in autumn, only it's a day too late. We had quite a hard wind yesterday and most of the leaves just fell to the ground. Autumn is unpredictable, that's just the way it is. I have a glassberry here. Will look really good this winter. Didn't have a lot of berries last year, but this year it's really starting to look good. Yeah, we will follow the path. I don't have any real lawn here. I have a grass path instead. I used to have a lawn, but I established that bed instead, or that border. It is raining a little bit. Hopefully no rain will fall on the lens of the camera. If it doesn't, we should be fine. You can see geranium roseanne, really looking good here in autumn. The tulip tree, variegated tulip tree, starting to turn yellow. Nice fall color on that one as well, right? Come to the other side of this border. The rose, Lady of Shalott. Some of the last flowers on that one. There are a few buds on it, but I wonder how many will make it. Sometimes roses do bloom here quite a long time though. Even if hit by frost, they can still open their buds. Continuing along the path. Now this is a beautiful combination, right? If you look at the leaves. That's an elder, a black elder. That is looking really good, right? That is a huge plant. I didn't cut it back this year. Perhaps I should have cut it a little bit back. But that is really looking good, right? Next to a hydrangea limelight right there, and with a red dogwood siberica, known for its red stems. It's only, the leaves are only red due to the autumn, of course. But look at those stems. The stems will have that color through winter. And look at the combination here of those three plants. That is nice looking, right? Continuing along. Colors of autumn are really starting to appear. Of course, I have some foliage plants here that will keep their leaf throughout winter, just to get some green in. Originally I had more grass here, and grass is green in winter, of course. But as I removed the grass, it turned out that this garden was slowly starting to be more brown in winter. So what I've done is I've established some small, what do you call them, taxus? I'll put that the name of those in after the video. You can see one here. That will keep its leaf as well. I established around 16 of those. The reason why I chose those is that they, this variety turns into pillars. They were established as an afterthought, and they don't take up a lot of space since they are pillars, right? So I didn't have to move a lot of plants to establish them. In a couple of years, those will turn into green pillars throughout the garden. I'm looking forward to that. In the middle bed, I have or middle border, I actually have them in a variety that's a little bit more yellowish. Let's focus on that one. I think it's called a hue, right? Those are looking good. They will look good in winter as well. I chose to establish all of the yellow ones in the middle border instead of alongside the edges. Yeah. Here, next to the pond, of course, again another dogwood siberica with red stems. And some roseannes still going strong, and another hue. The pond, looking good. Oh, the rain has almost stopped. Pond is looking really good. I think the rain has stopped. And of course, one of the classical plants here in autumn. It's an autumn crocus called, I think it's called the Giant. At the very end of its season, still looking good, even though it has toppled over. Those pieces of wood, those are going into the pond. They are placed here temporarily. I removed the woodland aster that I talked about last time. First of all, I wasn't happy about how it looked. And second of all, when I dug the first one up, it turned out that it was attempting to take over the entire border. It was starting to spread really quickly. So before that took over everything, I decided to simply remove it. And I placed this instead. Danish translated directly, this is a cat's tail. I will put in a plant name for that one. Really good colors on that one. I moved it, and hence the colors have shown a little bit earlier than normal. Plus it's lost its leaves a little bit faster than normal, but you get the idea. That is perennial with beautiful autumn color. I did replace it with, it was at the very back of the border in here, and I replaced it with a plant that will have nice colors here in winter as well. It will keep its leaf during winter. Plus it will get taller, and I will be able to see it from out here in a couple of years. Oh, and we have a car coming by, sorry about that. But I live close to a street, so that's just how it is. A few more rose blooms. Roses can really provide a nice show here in autumn as well. This bed is not as established as my other borders, but I think it will look really good next year. Clean it up a little bit this year. That pear is still looking good. Willow leaf pear. You have it for the leaves. They are almost like an olive. Plus it's winter hardy here. Not the olive, but the pear. An olive would die here right away, pretty much right away. Wouldn't make the winter. So the willow leaf pear is the best alternative here where I live, if you want that gray leaf. Another dogwood, this time not Siberica. This is Mr. Tommy. I just want to show the autumn leaf on this one because quite a lot of people of course have these dogwoods for the flowers, but the fall color on it is almost as beautiful as the flowers, right? That is a beautiful leaf. Yeah, and we've come full circle back to the lupin again. And another hue. Yeah. Oh, and I forgot to mention the rose, Roald Dahl. Finally starting to show some flowers again, but almost too late in the season, right? Oh, I forgot one thing. I have a cyclamen as well. Let's just move a bit fast. I really dislike moving back in these videos, but that's how it is when you forget something, right? This is a cyclamen. Cyclamen hederifolium, known for flowering in autumn with these beautiful small flowers that appear. I have a little bit of trouble with these hederifoliums because I have a hard time placing them, because they will, since they bloom here in autumn where almost everything is still in leaf and I go for covering the ground completely, it's hard finding a good spot for them. But yeah, it is here and it is really beautiful. I really like these plants. And I mentioned specifically that it's the hederifolium that I have the most issues placing, because I have the coums as well. That's the one that flowers in spring, sometimes in winter actually. And these are easier to place because when they flower, there's not a lot of leaf on anything. So those I can actually see. They're actually placed right here at Roald Dahl, that's why I remembered. Right now, of course, you can't see a lot of them. They are here though. They are starting to show their leaves. That's how they look at this time of year. They've just started to show their leaves. These small round leaves. That is the coum variety. And that will flower in winter or spring, depending on the weather. At least here. This is Comb Album. That is my favorite. Depends a lot on what you want, right? I went for the white flowers and early white flowers on the album. But not some of them have variegated leaves. On the leaves it's a little bit of a letdown. But I like the flowers of the album the best. That's why I have that one. Oh, and my blueberries starting to show their autumn colors. I had a lot of blueberries this year. I just couldn't keep up. I've eaten so many blueberries. Those have a beautiful autumn color, right? And the rest of them will of course show their autumn colors as well. I have different plants in here. As you can see, they have different autumn colors. This one is more yellowish, more orange, while the other one back there is more to a red. And some have just not started turning yet. Some of them are just green. They will all have beautiful autumn colors. You can see I have a lot of blueberries that will just be wasted. I just couldn't keep up. Luckily the birds do like them, so they won't be completely wasted. Yeah, that was the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I'll just show an overview here. You can see garden is sort of like a path, a grass path, and then a border in the middle, and we just walked all the way around that one. Yeah, and that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.